Welcome to the High School Spotlight. I'm your host, Taylor Nettle, and we've got an action-packed episode for you today. We recap the best moments from Week 5 of high school football. Plus, we recap St. Michael and Dunham volleyball as they went head-to-head this week. And we dive into the pool, checking in on the defending Division I girls state champs. Hear the latest on Dominican swim. But first, a former national champion and current NFL player has his high school stadium named after him. We tell you more about the alumni that Livonia Stadium is now named after. Don't go anywhere. The High School Spotlight is just getting started.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this.
Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play!
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard. Part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
The LHSAA Network TV app features a 24/7 live channel as well as on-demand content with all the high school sports you want, and it's totally free. The app is available for download on TV-connected devices, including Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. It's the only place where every day is game day. Download the LHSAA Network TV app today.
Welcome back. Several NFL players feel that it's important to remember where you first started, and it's something that Patrick Queen will never forget. The current Pittsburgh Steeler and former LSU linebacker who helped the Tigers win the 2019 National Championship was honored by his alumnus, Livonia High School, when they named their stadium after him. Our very own Spencer Verrett has the story.
Livonia High School legend Patrick Queen will forever have his name reside over the stadium the Wildcats play in. Livonia taking the time to bestow the honor upon Queen, who won a state championship in football, a national championship for the LSU Tigers, and now plays in the NFL for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Queen's former coach is in attendance to witness the event.
It means a lot. It still ain't sinking in yet, but just knowing that when kids come here now and my name being up there, it kind of gives hope that kids could do that too. So, just being from a small town, not that many opportunities coming out of here, just being able to, seize the most of mine and, make it big, and just to be able to put hope into this community is big.
It's an incredible honor for a guy that's very, deserving of it, man, because you do something like this, it better be somebody deserving, right? And he's just such a role model. And he's always been about community. As far back as I can remember, it's never been about Pat, it's been about everybody else. He was the best guy on a championship team, and he made it about everybody else. And that's kind of the biggest thing I take away from my time with him.
Awesome. What an awesome human he is. You heard that over and over and over from everybody that spoke tonight. You love to see stories like this pan out. You see them in movies all the time. You see them on TV shows, but when it happens down home, right, you could see the look on everybody's face here, whether they were in the stadium, whether they were sitting in the chairs over here. Just the look of gratitude towards Patrick, but also how proud everybody was of him, of the person he is and has become, and the fact that he didn't forget home, man. It's an awesome thing to be a part of.
Queen coached by two great coaches in David Brewerton and Guy Mistretta. Brewerton, now at Zachary, and Mistretta at Dutchtown, recounted the first memories of coaching Queen. The Wildcats capturing a state championship in the first year under Mistretta after finishing runner-up under Brewerton the year prior.
No, I really don't, because he was in baseball when we started. So it was everybody else that was out there. But I do remember the first time I started watching film, and I'm trying to figure out who's returning for the next year, right? Because I did watch them in the Dome that year when they finished second. So I got the film from Brew, and I started watching them, and I'm jotting down numbers. I said, this guy had to be graduating, right? He's the only freshman out there. I said, holy smokes. So the opportunity for a future was evident. But again, you need to have the drive to tack that on.
Yes, so I had him as a young one, right? And that's absolutely the case. He was a big-time special teams guy for us. But you coach guys every now and then that have that it factor, right? And PQ had that it factor. There was no question, right? And played a bunch of different positions. But he starred as a running back in high school, right? And the next thing you know, he's a national championship MVP on defense, right? And now he makes a pretty good living doing it that way, right? So awesome. But from the very beginning, you just kind of knew that guy was going to be a dude, right?
Yeah, it was great. You kind of face adversity with. You have one coach and he leaves, then you got another one, and they both got the same philosophy but with different ways of going about it. So having to adjust to that, but also having to adjust to playing different positions, just always changing positions, trying to master every single thing on the field. But they instill a lot of things in me that I still use to this day, so I'm forever thankful for them.
Queen recounting the chase to get back to the Dome and be a big part of the Wildcats' success that season.
Yeah, that just comes from me growing up and watching people that came before me, like Russell, Darius, all those guys that was just extremely good at football. It just drove me to want to be better. And when I saw them get to the Dome and we lost that first time, it drove every single one of us on that team to get back there and win it. And fortunately we did that the next year, and it's an incredible feeling. It's something that you can't replace. I think high school is the one that I feel the most closest and connected with, even over the Natty, which is crazy to say, but I think it's just something about high school and growing up with kids and being able to accomplish that is just something different about it.
Queen later went on to play for Ed Ogeron at LSU and win the national championship in 2019, being named the defensive MVP in the game.
Couldn't have the better person. Patrick Queen is the same young man that walked out of my office that he is today. Character, integrity, great parents, great raising, great family. So proud of him. We came to see Patrick. We met his mom and daddy, great people. We heard about his work ethic. We talked to him about some things that he did well and he had to improve. He improved on, became one of the greatest players, linebackers in LSU history.
But Queen will never forget his time at small-town Livonia playing Friday night under the lights for the Wildcats.
It's a different type of football. When you come down and play a team like this, you know what it's going to be. A whole lot of hard football, hard-nosed football. We don't have the same stuff that everybody else has to be able to, put our best performances out there. So we got to get it out the mud, literally, in the field. So it's just a different type of football here. Everybody know everybody. Everybody loves it. Everybody comes out, the whole town gets shut down, and we go out there and play football.
Reporting for the LHSAA Network, I'm Spencer Verrett.
Coming up, we recap an exciting Thursday night matchup from last week between Hammond and Slidell. You're watching the High School Spotlight.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
The start of school means the start of new sports seasons, which unfortunately can mean injuries. Too often, sports injuries are treated with opioids, leading to addiction among our youth. And drug addictions can cause overdoses and deaths. If you're injured, ask your doctor for medicines and therapies that don't use opioids. And if you're struggling with opioid addiction, we can offer treatment. Opioid addiction is a losing game. You can help. Learn more at realhelpvr.com. That's realhelpvr.com.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger. than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Welcome back. Last Thursday night went down to the wire between Slidell and Hammond, but the Tornado ultimately spun the Tigers away. We recap Hammond's 35-28 victory over Slidell. Hammond got off to a hot start against Slidell and kept it that way for the majority of the game with a 21-7 lead about halfway through the third quarter.
We done a great job of competing. We was definitely proud of them for starting fast. And that's what we wanted to do, start fast in every game. So versus Slidell, we knew it was going to be a dogfight. But the Tigers weren't going anywhere. About halfway through the fourth quarter, Slidell tied the ball game, and Hammond knew that they were going to have to do whatever it takes to keep their foot on the gas pedal and win the game. It's one thing that I always do, look in the guys' eyes and see how they feeling, and I can sense how they feeling, and I saw it in their eyes that, hey, look, we're not going to lose this game. So I felt confident, when they struck, we struck back. So, like I said, I'm excited about it. Just seeing, through adversity, we're able to, hold our head up high, chin up.
We was all telling our players on the sideline, stay up, motivate our defense, be loud, make the show, Slidell offense don't do what they have to do. And we was pushing everybody to stay positive because knowing that the game was over, we'll stay to scrim, the game not over and everything. Even though it was up and they came back, it really showed the game wasn't over.
Thursday night's win over Slidell was the first time that Hammond has let an opponent score more than 20 points this season. The Tours know that the road ahead only gets more difficult, so despite the win, Hammond is putting their head back down and going to work.
After the game, we didn't do any cheering, simply because, again, we know what we can do, and we tell them all the time, look, we're gonna have a great season. We just got to make sure that we get 1% better each and every day.
They really think they can keep up with us, knowing nobody, no team can ever keep up with us. We have to put the game away and show teams that we really can compete and we can go very far with this team.
Hammond's offense has been off to an explosive start this season. They've outscored opponents 147-72. Junior quarterback Taron Jones is the catalyst of the powerful Tornado offense, who's entering his third year as the starting face under center.
Coming into my freshman year, I was kind of nervous. First year on varsity. First year starting varsity at a 5A school, great 5A school like Hammond High. It's just learning that they're in different ways to enter out the game at quarterback and just living myself and trying to grow better as a player, not just as a person, not just as a player, but as a person.
And so it starts in the classroom, just being a 3.5 student. So that's great right there, and then he come out here, he's the first one out, ready to go. Every time we in the weight room or if we're on the field, he's making sure that the guy's getting the job done. So, like I say, he's going to continue to be a leader. The growth is real, and I just love to see that growth in him. Like I say, he was down his freshman year, about, some things. He's done some great things, but like I say, from then to now, big improvement, so we're proud of Taron.
We grew up playing little ball, quarterback, running back. We was all over the place being a duo, so I feel like when we got to high school, it was going to be like a dynamic duo for sure.
Another standout junior is Reginald Monroe, who's a big-time playmaker for the Tornado, not only on offense, but also on special teams.
I want to say he ran 3 punt returns back and 1 kickoff return back. So, that's amazing when you can do those type of things. It definitely help your momentum. So, he's definitely a momentum booster, I tell people all the time, he'll shake you in the phone booth. He's that quick, and that's another junior right there who's definitely been a leader, and he's just a playmaker, When I talk to everyone, all the coaches, I tell them, hey, look, if you want a playmaker, he may be undersized, but that's definitely one that's a playmaker and also a leader.
One of the impressive things about Hammond is that they have the talent and athleticism in all three phases of the game that they can rely on to score.
That feels really good because knowing special teams can go put the ball in the end zone, defense could put the ball in the end zone, and offense is really put the team in a good position, comfortable to trust everybody around the field and around others to really be comfortable put the ball in the end zone.
For the Tours, they are focusing on doing their job to remain disciplined and in control of anything that is thrown their way this season.
Everybody focus on your alignment assignment, do your job, because once we do our job, we always come out victorious. And everybody gonna mess up, but he always tell us going to the next play because everybody ain't perfect in life, so that's what he really teaches us to do.
We know that we're gonna be, we're gonna have a successful season if everybody do their part. We always talk about DYJ, do your job. So if everybody just do their job, be the best at what you can do, be the best at what you're doing. I don't care if it's blocking, catching, or whatever it is, be the best at that job.
Everybody holding everybody accountable, holding themselves to account to a higher standard, and just doing everything they got to do, and no matter what, just doing the right thing when nobody's looking, which is integrity.
Coming up, Ouachita Parish is undefeated at the halfway mark of the regular season. We recap the Lions' big win last week right here on the High School Spotlight. We'll be right back.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard. Part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
At Breck Golf Courses, we focus on the highest level of play. That means award-winning courses, state-of-the-art practice facilities, unique shot-making opportunities, and tournament-level playing experiences. With 2 championship courses located in the parish, Beaver Creek and Santa Maria courses make the perfect setting to test your golf skills. Find your next hole-in-one with Breck Golf.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
When looking for college, I wanted somewhere that would push me and allow me to kind of be the person I'd always wanted to be.
Everyone here kind of has this mindset of seeing the next person succeed, and I think that just creates a Southern Miss spirit.
You find what you need out of Southern Miss. What I need isn't what another student needs, but we all find something here.
You don't have to be what people have said you've been. You don't have to be what people think you are. Like, coming to Southern Miss, you can totally reinvent yourself and be who you truly feel like you are meant to be.
Welcome back. Ouachita Parish has been on fire. The Lions are undefeated and are coming off a big-time 42-14 victory over Franklin Parish. We take you back down to the sidelines for this one to recap Ouachita Parish's big win.
There's a lot you can say about these Ouachita Parish Lions. They're 5-0 for the first time in a long time in school history, but what stands out most to me is they've been doing a lot of it on the road. They took a road win against Sterlington, and tonight they picked up another road win against Franklin Parish, 42-14. They hold the Patriots to 0 points in the second half in a dominant display by Benji Lewis's team.
Well, we needed the four-quarter football game. I felt like we've come up short of that several times this year already in our wins, and so that was the task this week, is to play 4 quarters of football. I definitely thought that our better football was played, especially defensively in the second half, and I'm so proud of that. There's things to clean up, but against a great team, a great offense, I couldn't be more happy about that.
The combo in the backfield for the Lions, quarterback Montrell Connor and running back MJ Day, deadly to opposing defenses. Connor and Dade controlled the first half on the ground, but in the second half, Connor showed off the arm he possesses.
It's great. We go hard every day in practice against, and then our defense give us a good look at practice. So it's good working with him. He's a great athlete, and I love him. I love my whole offense, my whole defense. I love my whole team. I'm just ready to keep working with him.
It feels good to be 5-0. This is the first time in a long time our school been 5-0, so it feels great. But we still getting back to work. I'm short, stocky. I'm pretty strong with my leg. I squat a lot. So shit, in my mind, I just keep running until somebody brings me down.
Just a tenacity, refusal to quit. You see MJ, small in stature, but a really, really good running back, and he's just running through arm tackles and stuff like that. Really proud of that for him. Sometimes, when there's not yardage, he makes yardage, but I thought our offensive line commanded the front today, and for that, that's one of the things I told him. We've got to command the line of scrimmage in order to be successful. To do that, we were able to keep that offense off the field somewhat, and just great out of our whole front unit. Offense and defensive lines.
Dade and Connor ready to head into district play unbeaten with this team that certainly has the star power to compete.
It's real. He was to go in the district with all this big momentum. So it's personal next week. That's all I can say. It's real big because we made history. We've been making history since week 1.
We all close, so we tell each other keep our foot on their necks and don't give up, don't let up.
But as mentioned, how impressive has it been to see the Lions stack the road wins in non-district, preparing them for what's ahead?
It feels good, I know. Because we weren't able to really do that last year. We played slow, came out slow, and finished slow. So I just know this year is personal. It's our last year, so we got to make something work.
Not being complacent. We always talk about that. I'm so happy we're 5-0, but I don't want to be complacent with just being 5-0. We start district play next week with a very good Ruston team, and we're excited for that. Go over there and be their homecoming game. We're very excited for that, and so we just don't want to lose any of this momentum in practice or in a game next week.
And Connor and Dade hoping to bring Ouachita to the Dome come December.
Go for this senior class to make it all the way to the Dome, 275 miles, and win that ring. That's all I got to say.
We going to the Dome. We're going to the Dome.
It doesn't get any easier on the road for the Lions. They've got Ruston, West Monroe, and Alexandria all up next on the schedule, all on the road. Going to be an interesting district to see if they can keep this momentum rolling. Reporting from Winsboro for the LHSAA Network, I'm Spencer Verrett.
Don't go anywhere. We're diving into the deep end with the latest on the Dominican swim team. You're watching the High School Spotlight.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Welcome back. Dominican Swim brought home the state title last year after over 20 years. Now returning a strong upperclassmen group of quality leaders and hardworking talent, Dominican Swim has been continuing to build off their state championship winning season. In 2023, the Dominican Swim team came so close to winning the state title, literally just 1 point away. And the hunger from that year has fueled this team ever since.
The girls were determined. You know, they saw how close it was, and then we realized at that point, we really had the whole team coming back except one swimmer. And so with that, and I reminded them of it every practice. Every time we saw each other, I'd hold up a number 1. And, this is what we need to do. So that came from within.
That loss is like the best thing to happen to us and that our team can use that to help us, because that's all we could think about while we were training was that 1 point. So one extra lap, one extra anything really that can help.
All of us have been focused on it since 2023 state when we lost by 1 point. It was just, we lost, and then in the car ride home, we were we have to win next year. And ever since that day, we were so motivated to win.
The following year, Dominican accomplished exactly what they set out to by winning the Division I Girls State Championship. And the hard work and grit of this team has only continued to grow since they brought home that state title.
Oh, wow. Where do you start? They're committed. These are girls that are practicing 6 days a week. And it's just not going through the motions. They're correcting technique. They're working on stroke. They're worried about their times and making sure that they, get good drops. It's a commitment. And then, the most important thing, coaching a team is having the team come together as a team. And that's what I, watch these girls do. Because they went through a couple tough years there, losing state runner-up and then finally winning state last year. And that's them. That's perseverance. That's their determination, did that. They try to give me the credit. The credit goes to them.
The team is very unified, and we all come together, and that really helps because we can all push each other to win.
Dominican graduated several seniors who contributed a lot in scoring, but they returned a team with a lot of upperclassmen leadership and talent, who Coach Hammond refers to as the backbone of this group.
We've had some good, the girls that were on the team got better, and then I had some really good younger swimmers come in. But then I've watched some of these girls Blair and Lila, and some of these girls develop, over the years, and they've gotten better. So yeah, we lost a lot. We lost a lot of leadership. We lost a lot of points, but the girls know, what they need to do.
I think culture is a big thing. Hard work doesn't come with, a bad team culture. And so I think that we try hard to, set that good team culture and, include everyone and have a good time.
One of the star swimmers for Dominican is junior Kendall Jollins, who's won state 2 years in a row in the 100-yard butterfly and 100 backstroke.
Kendall is selfless, she's determined, and she's probably the hardest working girl on this team. She doesn't miss practices. She's focused in her dry land. Kendall's got goals. Kendall sets the bar high, and Kendall goes and achieves. You can't ask for anything more.
Definitely contributing to the team was such a big thing for me. Being able to secure those points for us and, really be part of that was amazing.
Now, after experiencing winning state last year, Dominican feels that if they can carry over the mindset from the past season, they will continue to find success.
Winning last year was a lot of pressure. Everyone wanted it. Everyone was ready. This year, I think that we have a good chance, and I think that if we keep the same mindset that we had last year, not putting too much pressure on ourselves, but just going in confident and ready to race.
Coming up, we've got the inside scoop on Jeanerette football. Hear the latest on the undefeated Tigers, next on the High School Spotlight.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges, job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
No one ever thinks they'll be in this position. Buying medication online could put you here, or here, or here. Counterfeit pills and other illicit substances are being laced with fentanyl, and fentanyl kills. It's 50 times stronger than heroin. Medical professionals can't even tell the difference between a real pill and one that is fake. At least not until they do your autopsy. Don't take anything online that doesn't come from your doctor. Buying online can leave you flatlined.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Welcome back. Jeanerette is undefeated so far this season. In fact, they've outscored opponents 236-52. This Tigers defense is only allowing a little over 10 points per game on average, while their offense averages just over 47 points per game. We take an inside look at the explosive Jeanerette team after their big win over West St. Mary last week.
The Jeanerette Tigers, one of the top teams in Division IV non-select, have started the season 5-0. The latest win coming in a rivalry match over West St. Mary 56-6. Coach Clifford Paul likes where his team is headed despite injuries.
It was a good game, a good rival game. Most of the kids are related. You know, we all got some kind of ties together, so it was a good game, a good rival game. Well, it's been a while since everybody got a chance to play each other. So this was a special thing for us. You know, we finally got a chance to play each other again, and hopefully we can keep this going for the communities to get stronger together.
Nasir Jackson got the scoring started for the Tigers. The junior wide receiver A captain helping his guys with the opening kick return headed to the house.
Now he's a special kid. Now he hadn't missed a day of practice. He's been here all summer. You know, he's a junior that's one of our team captains. You know, he give you everything that he can, and he got it started for us.
We started off slow, but you know, coach gave us a speech in the halftime, and we just came back in the second half harder. Coach said if they kick it to me, just go. I seen the hole, caught the ball, took off. That's it.
The other big name to watch on the night was freshman running back Destin Smith. Smith stepping into the starting role due to an injury above him, taking advantage of the extra playing time.
I thought it went good, and I feel like the season gonna be good. I feel like we're gonna make it. Like I feel like we're gonna do good. You know, I feel like the season we're gonna do good, and I feel like I played good today to step up. You know we bang up at the running back position. It was good that I stepped up for my team.
They're real good. He's a hard worker. He understands his role. You know, he's a humble kid, and he works real hard.
But there's a real hunger to go farther in the playoffs than last year. The Tigers bounced out in the quarterfinals to General Trash 36-34. Jeanerette was down 36-8 in that game, but just fell short of an amazing comeback.
We're real hungry. I mean, we had a couple of our key guys got hurt, and some of the young guys stepped up, and we just kept the train rolling. And our goal is, you know, we stay healthy to make that run.
Last year, we were hungry because we thought we would have made it to the dorm last year, but we failed in the third round, and now we just came back, and now we want more and more and more.
Coach Paul says this team is deeper than last year's team, and talk of the Dome is spreading amongst his players.
Our kids believe next man up, and it's a team effort. It's not individuals, it's a team, and everybody's playing for Jeanerette. And the object of our team is, you know, if you play as one, you can have success, and that's the biggest thing that we're trying to do.
Coach Paul, he's special. He stay on our butt in school, out of school, and just keep us working hard and just keep on pushing us to thrive for more.
It feels good. It's like, oh, yeah, that made me motivate myself to go harder every play because I'm trying to get my team, we're trying to go to the dome.
Reporting for the LHSAA Network, I'm Spencer Verrett.
Next on the High School Spotlight, we recap our game of the week from last Thursday between Franklinton and Jules Sumner. We'll be right back.
The LHSAA Network TV app features a 24/7 live channel as well as on-demand content with all the high school sports you want, and it's totally free. The app is available for download on TV-connected devices, including Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. It's the only place where every day is game day. Download the LHSAA Network TV app today.
So it's going to come down to this.
Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play!
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard. Part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Welcome back. Last Thursday night, our game of the week featured Jules Sumner and Franklinton. The Cowboys finishing on top of the Demons 21-14. And our very own Steve Schneider dives into what went down in our game of the week.
Welcome in to Ouachita Parish, Franklinton, Louisiana.
Demons fans hoping for a carbon copy of last year's overtime thriller in the hole, but Ross Career and his Cowboys had other ideas, taking half this game's first quarter to march 65 yards, 13 plays featuring player of the game Jamon Dyson, making a statement that would resonate with the number one team in Class 3A most of this contest.
Here's a run around the left side by Dyson. Dyson knocks down one defender. He's in the end zone, and Jules Sumner scores first in our game of the week. A 12-yard scamper.
Yes, we wanted to keep the ball away from them. We're trying to keep the ball away from them. They're explosive on offense. Crane kid's a great quarterback. They got weapons, so our game plan is to keep the ball away from them, keep their offense off the field. And we executed a perfect first drive.
And a swarming defense made it hard on Demon star quarterback Jacob Crane, who suffered turnovers and a hand injury, limiting much of what he could provide for the purple and gold. Vincent Sims' pick, leading to a Jeremiah Brooks battering ram run and Rashad Shy's 2-yard touchdown for a 2-score lead. But Crane rebounded to get his team on the board before the break, finding Colin Stewart to get the Demons in the red zone, then Dalton Freeman in the end zone to make it 14-7. In the third quarter, Crane gets the equalizer, connecting with DeMikis McLean and then Freeman again. We're knotted up at 14. Through a scoreless fourth quarter, sending this rivalry into another overtime ending, Eli Nealon on 4th and goal gets the game winner on the quarterback sneak. And 4 downs were not enough to get the Demons 10 yards as 2 runs and 2 pass attempts by QB sub Jaden Burkhalter came up empty, sealing the Jules Sumner win 21-14 in OT.
It was almost like you were out of breath just now. Oh, it was. It's a good victory, great victory. You know, last year we went into overtime with them just like this. You know, it was a different outcome. We were on the losing end. So we talked about redemption tonight, and we got redemption. You know, we go into overtime, and we came out victorious this time.
What can you say about the emotion your team showed, not only in the game, celebrating this?
Look, the last 2 years we lost 1 game in the regular season, and it was against Franklinton. So we were undefeated this year. All year they've talked about they wanted Franklinton. They wanted Franklinton because we felt like we let one get away last year. So they were determined, you know, and they came out and played their butts off, and we got a victory tonight.
Hey, we practiced hard this week, and we played hard. And first and foremost, I got to give it to my O-line. Couldn't do it with my O-line. And then defense been working hard in the weight room, and we get after it.
How important was it that first drive to just take it right down the field and score, and then to jump up by 2 scores against a good team?
We knew we had to get off fast because it's a good team. You can't start off slow against this team. If you start off slow, you're going to lose.
So you made a lot of big plays on offense, racked up yardage, but your defensive play was stellar. And just talk about not only your defense, but all the guys on this defense.
Oh, yeah, we got everybody on our defense, pressure. And then they do their job. They open it up for me. I make the tackle. Everybody do their job. We good.
How does it feel to still be undefeated halfway through the season?
It feels great, especially to beat Franks. So they knocked us off last year. We was going undefeated, and they knocked us off. And it feels great to beat them, be 5-0, and we made history at our school to be 5-0.
Yeah, these 2 overtime games make this kind of a classic rivalry, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Steve. You see the jubilation on the fans of the Jules Sumner Cowboys fans who have made the trip here to Demon Stadium.
Coming up, we check in over on the volleyball court with a recap of an exciting matchup between St. Michael and Dunham. You're watching the High School Spotlight. We'll be right back.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Welcome back. Over on the volleyball court, St. Michael and Dunham went head-to-head this week, and we've got the story on what happened between the Warriors and the Tigers.
A big-time matchup in the Baton Rouge area in volleyball. Dunham with 19 wins. St. Michael under Coach Latasha Wise-Jackson with 19 wins of their own. Who's going to come out on top? In the first set, a back-and-forth set. It's Bella LeBlanc early on with the kill. St. Michael started off this match on fire, but Dunham was right there with them as well. See a couple of blocks here from the Tigers. There's one, and here comes the second block, which gets the point for the Tigers. That's Kennedy Owens with the big celebration there on the block. The Tigers with a pretty large student section for the night, and then at the end of set one, it was the Tigers who would take it thanks to this error from the Warriors. 1-0 for Dunham. In set two, though, Ava Rodrigue with the early ace. That would be a part of 7 points the Warriors would generate unanswered, and they would not bow down from there. Taking set two, this Bella Bravada kill wins set two for the Warriors. We're tied up on sets. And in set three, it was much of the same for Coach Jackson's squad, and we'll see another kill here from Avery Gautrode this time that won them set 3 to bring the score to 2-1, and then set 4 was an all-time classic. The building got in it. Zadie Huggins there with the kill for the Tigers. Then Sarah LeBlanc answered with a kill of her own. It was back and forth the whole time till the very end, right when Bella LeBlanc would get the kill to win it for the Warriors and get them that 20th win. Let's hear from Coach Latasha Wise-Jackson after her team secured their 20th win of the season.
But what I will say is consistency. You know, it is exciting, but we had to stay in control, and they did. They stayed in control, even in the first set when I think that we was trying to find our groove, we were still in control. And that's the important part. I've been saying all year long that when we can stay in system, we can be special.
Bella LeBlanc and Bella Bravata were the standouts on the night for the Warriors. Coach talked about the impact they bring to this team, and her players shared the impact Coach Jackson has brought to them.
I told you, they're seasoned. They're seasoned. They know what it takes. They're consistent. They're consistent. They also can see the court really well. Number 8, Bella Bravata, who's a beach player, that's what she's about. She's about shots. She have all the shots. We just have to use them. Bella LeBlanc also plays beach, and she has been probably one of our most consistent players all year long. So if the ball's going to them, I'm pretty confident.
So much. She has brought consistency and formality and just discipline. She's just brought what this team was missing, I feel like.
So much positivity and energy, and just so much good stuff has come from her that's really carried over to us and helped us put it in our game.
But it certainly was not easy sledding for the Warriors. Dropping a close first set, the bounce back was incredible to watch, taking the first 7 points in set 2.
She just told us to play our game because, I mean, ultimately we know how to play our game and we know how to do what we know how to do every day that we practice. So she just told us to do what we know how to do and to focus in.
Well, our theme has been all year, and I told you in our interview, we got to keep turning the page. It's not who starts, it's how we finish. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, okay? And that's the game of volleyball, and it happens. I'm very confident in these young women. They're exciting to watch, they're exciting to coach. They can handle the fire. And I just love that for them. I love it for them.
And a special shout out to the atmosphere in the room. It felt like a game that we would see in a month at the Cajun Dome. It was electric.
It's really just like focusing in on the game point by point, not thinking about a mistake or what should have happened, just going point by point, which is something Coach Jackson always tells us. So
it's playoff time, and this is what's supposed to be happening right now. Look, I get goosebumps about it because this is what's supposed to be happening. This is the type of volleyball you're supposed to be playing. Dunham is an outstanding team. You'll see them in the Cajun Dome. They'll be top. You'll see them at the end. This is the type of volleyball that we want to be playing right now to drive us to the end.
Reporting for the LHSAA Network, I'm Spencer Verrett.
Coming up, we relive some of the best moments from Week 5 of high school football. Stay with us on the High School Spotlight.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard. Part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
When looking for college, I wanted somewhere that would push me and allow me to kind of be the person I'd always wanted to be.
Everyone here kind of has this mindset of seeing the next person succeed, and I think that just creates a Southern Miss spirit.
You find what you need out of Southern Miss. What I need isn't what another student needs, but we all find something here.
You don't have to be what people have said you've been. You don't have to be what people think you are. Like, coming to Southern Miss, you can totally reinvent yourself and be who you truly feel like you are meant to be.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Welcome back. We've got another exciting edition of the LHSAA Network's Pick 6 segment, where we show you the big-time, show-stopping moments from high school football last week.
Pick number 1 is number 1 for the state's number 1 team, Edna Carr. John Johnson III, Hollywood, producing 5 of the 6 touchdowns in the Cougars' rout of rival St. Aug, 42-21. A further testament to the success of head coach Bryce Brown and his defending Division I select champs. Pick number 2 is the incomparable comeback Lafayette Christian made in 2 really big road tests. After suffering 6 picks in a humbling loss at Shaw, Braylon Walker and Braden Allen more than made up for it with 55 points in the win at defending Division I non-select champ Central. The Wildcats scored 48, but were turned away in key moments. Pick 3 goes to the team that grabbed 3 straight takeaways, not picks, but fumbles recovered, like this one from Kevin Smiles, in a critical stretch to knock Lakeshore from the ranks of the unbeaten. Whether it was setting up Dejon Howard and Cassius Sampson for scoring strikes, or doing damage on the scoreboard themselves with the scoop and scores from Cameron Robinson and Tyree Burton. And pick number 4 has been a regular Pick 6 participant. He wears number 4 for the St. James Wildcats, who were tied with unbeaten St. Charles Catholic in the final seconds.
5 seconds left, and here's Jackson. He'll go to the end zone, filling over and deflected. And touchdown! Touchdown! Villanova at the gun. St. James wins it.
Kai Villanova, a juggling game winner for the black and gold, 35-28 the final. Pick 5 goes to quarterbacks with eye-popping numbers. Dutchtown's Owen Fletcher leading his Griffins past Sandoval with 240 yards rushing, 35-28 in that one too. And another number 8 had 8 touchdowns. Bryce Restovich of Loyola Prep had a school record 513 passing yards. The Pilots trailed Minden 41-38, winning 71-48. Pick number 6 going to number 6, Rummel Jr. running back Jaden Terrence, who scored 3 TDs. This one spanning 83 yards in a rout of Brother Martin. And just for good measure, the Raiders defense would also add some picks to fill out their Pick 6 profile, including one from senior DB Chris Parker Jr. early and junior linebacker Bryce Hingle later on with the tip drill. This is Steve Schneider, and that's a wrap on the Week 5 Pick 6.
Coming up, we preview our game of the week between Airline and Parkway. Don't go anywhere. The high school spotlight will be right back.
For over 100 years, our families have gathered together to share with each other our challenges and hopes, to take this light we've been gifted and paint a brighter future for the next generation. The seeds we plant today are the bounty we harvest tomorrow. As farmers, we know that together we're stronger. than we could ever be apart. We're the Louisiana Farm Bureau, and we're the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute! There's a flag on the play!
Protect what matters most to you and find out the many ways you can benefit. 100% free tuition and fees to all state colleges. Job training in over 150 different career fields, healthcare, pay, and much more. The Louisiana Army National Guard, part-time service with lifelong benefits. Find out more by visiting www.lang-recruiting.com.
The LHSAA Network TV app features a 24/7 live channel as well as on-demand content with all the high school sports you want, and it's totally free. The app is available for download on TV-connected devices, including Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. It's the only place where every day is game day. Download the LHSAA Network TV app today.
Welcome back. We wrap up tonight's episode with a look ahead at tomorrow night's matchup between Airline and Parkway. I caught up with both the Vikings and the Panthers on what you can expect in the LHSAA Network's Game of the Week.
Parkway and Airline set to do battle Thursday night on the LHSAA Network. Panthers head coach Coy Brotherton's team 5-0 headed into the rivalry matchup with Airline. He sat down to talk a little bit about the game.
It's been going good. I mean, we've been able to stay healthy for the most part. We've only had, I guess, one key injury this year, so that's good right now. And it's a big difference from last year because last year we were about 7 starters down at this point in the season going into the Airline game. So the energy is definitely a little higher this year. A little bit more expectations, a little bit more. I guess hope and want to in the kids, and it's been a good group of kids to be around.
The Panthers averaging 52 points on offense. Quarterback Caleb Williams and his favorite receiver and beast Antonio Gladney have been lighting it up for the Panthers this season.
It's Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams he's the younger brother of LSU basketball player Michaela, and he started as a sophomore, started every game for us that year, and then last year broke the collarbone in the Natchitoches game. So he's back this year for senior year. He's been pretty efficient, hitting on about an 80%. Completion rate, and I think he's got about 20 touchdowns thrown. So he's definitely been a good positive addition to the team this year. Yes, yeah. Antonio's playing full-time wide receiver right now. He got banged up a little bit earlier in the year in the scrimmage and missed the first couple ball games, but he's been at wide receiver. Sees a little bit of action at running back. Then last week against Bird. Because of his injury, we hadn't played him on defense at all until last week. He played a little bit, and that's kind of the transition that we're going towards. Kind of get him more on the field for the full ball game. Kind of eased him into that role, and he's about 100% now, so that'll be a good plus in addition too.
But on the other sideline is a stud wide receiver and LSU commit Kenny Darby lighting it up for the Airline Vikings. They're averaging 49 points per game and are 3-2 headed into this game.
Well, they have the LSU wide receiver, committed to LSU, Kenny Darby. They've moved him around the last few weeks at running back and tight end, wing. I'm sure he's going to line up and play some defense against us too this week. So that'll be a battle. That'd be fun to see, him and Antonio and him and Gary go at it on both sides of the ball. Airline's Airline. It's a rival game for us. It's 2 Bossier Parish schools that have had some success in the last couple of years, and it's been a close game the last 3 years with these guys, and we expect the same thing again on Friday. But definitely Kenny's kind of their go-to guy. The offense will kind of go through him, and their defense has been playing a lot better this year compared to the past. They have a lot of guys that are back from last year, and they're playing a lot better right now.
This district has put out some very, very competitive and high-scoring games throughout the years. Coach Brotherton attributes that to consistency in the coaching staffs around the district, which has always been one of the closest in the state.
I think it starts with just the consistency in the coaching staffs. All of our coaches in 1-5A have been in the program or been in the area for a while, and kind of know all each other and kind of bounce ideas off each other. And I think that kind of helps where it starts. But like you said, the talent's been here. You can look at basketball success. You can look at track success, and it goes into football too, just in the postseason. So it's definitely a fun district. It's a tough district each and every week, but definitely is a district that is, like you said, is got the athletes to score some points and put it all together and make a run into the postseason.
It's the Battle of Bossier, as some might say. North and South Bossier will be repping their teams come Thursday night as these rivals do battle.
It's going to be fun. We all are on fall break this week, so we're out of school, which kind of hurts a little bit with just kind of the I guess the talk is still going to be there. You just don't get to hear it about as much because you're not at school and not around the kids as much during the school day. But it's two communities that love each other but also hate each other. You love them, you support them, but when you play each other, you're definitely pulling against them. It's still one game each year that that we want to win, and I'm sure it's the one game each year that they're trying to win too. So definitely going to be a full fun atmosphere, fun game. Then, like I said, we do expect a big crowd.
Reporting for the LHSAA Network, I'm Spencer Verrett.
Our game of the week between Airline and Parkway is tomorrow, Thursday, October 9th. You can find live coverage of that exciting matchup right here on the LHSAA Network. Make sure to tune in next week for another exciting high school spotlight episode where we show you some of the best high school sports around the entire state. Thanks for watching the High School Spotlight.